The impact of this program is comprehensive. There's the faith dynamic where these leaders who enter into the journey of hope, who are cynical of the faith that they've inherited, are discovering a faith that's worth their lives. And that faith is becoming a better fuel for their life, love, and leadership. It's informing the way that they understand their identity. It's informing the way that they show up in the world as a peacemaking practitioner in their homes, in their neighborhoods, with the tools that are already in their hands. It's shaping the way that they're leveraging their leadership within their organization to build a conflict-confident team and a conflict-competent organization. And it's showing up in the way then that they understand their context and the role that they and their organization can play in actually ushering in the world that God is making, in the work of repair in their own place. So the impact of Journey of Hope is not just about leaders gaining tools and tips and tricks and scripts to move people. Rather, it's largely comprehensively formational, not just for them, but for their organization and ultimately for their context.
So the leaders that we have worked with, I'm watching them come into their own fully in their contexts. And what I mean by that is we have leaders who have learned maybe about race and justice and have learned about white supremacy and have learned about the brokenness in our systems in that arena. And maybe the true ache of their heart is LGBTQ inclusion. But what they have learned about how those systems of oppression flourish, they take that strategy into their particular context. And so that's one of the ways I've seen people come into their own of like, maybe this isn't exactly my area, but what I've learned about that, I'm seeing threads of this over here, and I want to be a peacemaker there. I want to end the oppression over there. I'm also seeing people come into their own and owning their voices and owning their stories. And so I've seen a very shy and timid person who has kind of held back at the beginning of Journey of Hope enter in such a way that they are walking up to civil rights heroes and asking them poignant questions about like, well, what does that look like in your space? Because your environment sounds like mine and I want to learn from you. And I think that's because we create such a challenging but gentle and loving space for that transformation.